Okay, back again for oral presentation number 2. Let's go ahead and start. What is geology? Breaking down the word, geo is earth, ology is study of. A geologist is someone who studies the earth. Um, they study the earth by analyzing the solids, liquids, and gases present here on earth. Geology is also known as the study of how the earth was formed and the processes that have formed it. Breaking down geology into two different types of individuals, so two different types of geologists. There's the industrial geologist, and then there is the research geologist. The industrial geologist is a geologist hired by a company in order for profit to either drill oil, to mine metals, mine minerals, or perhaps there's geologists anytime a enormous structure is being built to make sure like the foundation is stable in that location. Um, Geologists are extremely crucial towards these operations. One, they use their knowledge of the earth in the instances where they are mining or drilling to locate the desired product. And two, in any instance, whether it be the mining, drilling, or the building of a large building, they ensure the safety of everybody on the project with their knowledge of the earth. The second type is the research geologist. This is the pure scientist, the geologist who is collecting data, collecting samples to get data to perhaps back up a hypothesis, disprove an old hypothesis. This type of geologist, not always, but is generally out in the field collecting samples. They collect samples of water, air, say soil samples, perhaps ice samples, and they send this back to the lab. The lab then analyzes the sample and sends them back all this data. The geologist then interprets the data as to what it means for the earth, for the area, whatever. A good example of this would be geologists collecting ice samples from Antarctica. Geologists can go to all different types of depths. The depth is basically an indicator as to how long ago the ice was formed. They can send these ice samples to the lab. A chemical analysis lab can analyze the ice sample and discover how much oxygen, carbon dioxide, hydrogen, nitrogen were in the atmosphere at the formation of the ice. This has played major roles in understanding the Earth's past. For example, knowing that the Earth had high percentages of oxygen during the Jurassic period helps us understand why dinosaurs grew to be so huge. There was large amounts of oxygen, less things limiting their growth. As far as geology's impacts on society, the one major one I can think of is geologists' study of natural disasters. Natural disasters including earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, tsunamis, and superstorms. These natural disasters can cause enormous casualties, thousands of people dead, injured. And so a geologist is always there to try to figure out what happened, why it happened. One, so they can maybe prevent certain things from happening if possible. A lot of times natural disasters are unpreventable. But two, to understand maybe how to predict the upcoming natural disaster in the future to help save lives. Geologists have also been known to use the study of geology to support scientific theories, such as, now that we know the mass of the Earth, geologists discovered the mass of the Earth. That helps explain gravity's acceleration for physics problems. One major geological insight that I think has shaped society is the insight that the Earth is not flat. Thousands of years ago, not even 1,000 years ago, people thought the Earth was flat. The discovery that the Earth was spherical led to explorers having the idea that, instead of sailing east to reach a place, since the Earth is a sphere, we can sail west to reach the same place. This led to the discovery of the New World, both North and South America. I guess a more current insight to geology that geologists would have made would be that climate change is happening, and it's happening as a result of human CO2 emissions, from burning all the fossil fuels. Um, this would perhaps have enormous impacts on our society in terms of we need to come up with new forms of energy that stop the global warming that is happening. These new forms of energy, whether it come from nuclear, solar, wind, it's really going to change how everything is done in the society. And that's time. That's all I have.